When we first, I mean, how many years had you been here at QVC, Philip?
I've been there 28 years.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
my
And there
gosh.
was a time when there was no reblooming daylilies. There was just daylilies, right?
That's right. And there was that revolving set that we were on too.
Yeah. Oh my word, that is a long time ago.
Yes. And my grandmother had daylilies, and this is the first perennial that she shared with me
Hmm.
because she knew I would be successful. The same reason that I got to pass along zebra plants and the spider plants, because the adults want you to be successful and happy. And look at that cranberry color that you're going to get in this collection. That is Francis of Assisi. And most reblooming daylilies are those smaller flowers. These are the big flowers. And like
Wow.
the reblooming iris that I mentioned earlier, they send up new foliage all summer, so it always looks fresh.
Oh,
We
wow.
also have Serena Sunburst, and that is a blushed and fringed buttercream. It doesn't get any
Mm,
finer than that. That looks like an orchid. I can't
wow.
help it. There it is. Gorgeous. And then the third one that you get in the collection, you're getting all three of these,
Yeah.
is Unusual Revelations. And that is a lavender pink with a beautiful purple red eye and edges. These big divisions that I'm sending out to you, there's the Unusual Revelation, and it is
Hmm.
quite unusual.
It
But they show up.
is.
It's a great balanced collection. Your divisions will bloom this season. That's what they do. Get them in the ground, and you can put them in a perfect area, or you can put them in an imperfect area. The daylilies, as my grandmother promised me, would not die. And she gave me something that would work because she wanted to garden with me, and we had that relationship for her entire life that I was on the
Right.
earth. And it
Yeah.
was a beautiful thing. But she gave me a division, and you see what you end up with, a big bed. She
Yeah.
gave me a division much like this, and she showed me how to dig them up and divide them. So plant it, see where the little green is, plant it there. If you're not sure, you can plant it sideways. The daylily will do fine wet soil, dry soil, shade, sun, in a container, in the ground, saltwater inundation. I'm telling you, they will just take
Wow.
anything you throw at them, because even if you don't know what you're doing, the daylily knows what it's going to do, and it's going to get the job done.
Isn't that something? I mean, if you're a novice gardener, I still remember Philip saying, start with the daylilies. And these
Yes,
are rebloomers. Now, they'll bloom from when to when approximately? Because
they
these are
start blooming in.
perennials.
That's correct. They start blooming in early summer, and they will bloom all the way into fall. That's
Okay.
what they do. They'll stop blooming, I guess, about
Yeah.
3 weeks or so before frost. I've had them get caught by frost sometimes. They
Mm-hmm.
just don't want to give it up.
Yeah.
But the good foliage all the time, and because the blooms are big, you're going to have a bigger plant. So keep that
Right.
in mind. I
How
plant
big? How
mine
tall?
about
How wide?
well, the foliage will stand about 28 inches tall, and then the blooms will stand maybe 6 or 7 inches above that.
Uh-huh.
And the stems that the blooms are on, those are called scape. And these are branched flower stems where you've got buds and blooms up and down the stalk. So
Wow.
this is all summer long. You've got that great look with the big blooms, and it's not dinky. And plant them alongside your driveway, plant them in containers. They're beautiful that way. Plant them in the containers on your deck area,
Mm.
and plant them at a rental property if you've got a rental property and you're not going to tend to it, because they will take care of themselves when you're not there. You can go on vacation and not have to ask your neighbors to do anything except feed the cat.
That is a really, really good point, Philip. I hadn't thought about that. That is brilliant. And also, I was going to say, does it matter if it's near trees or not? That kind of thing.
No, it doesn't matter because the roots are so resilient. And
Yeah.
keep in mind, I mentioned that they were drought tolerant.
Yeah.
And around the root areas of trees, it can be a very dry area. They will persist.
See?
And I do
Yeah.
spray some water out there sometimes, but they literally will not die. They
Mm-hmm.
keep right on going. It's one of the oldest perennials that we know in cultivation,
Mm-hmm.
and and the irises and peonies. Those are the three that last and last
Wow.
and last, and they will outlast all of us. But
Right.
my grandmother didn't have them in these colors, and she
No.
didn't have them where they bloomed all summer either.
Right.
Hers bloomed one time, and by the middle of July, the foliage looked like a haystack.
Yeah.
This will still look fresh and vibrant, and it won't
Wow.
look like your garden is finishing. it will always look like it's got a fresh beginning because that's what it is.
They attract butterflies and pollinators, bees and things like
Yes.
that, which is awesome. We need to be able to do that. We need those pollinators. That's what
Yeah.
also helps our food and the farmers and all of that. Also, like we said, drought tolerant, yes, get them started, get them going. But I just think, okay, first of all, you're going to, let's go back through the pictures because you're getting 3 of these. One
Yes.
is going to be the Francis of Assisi, and that
That's
one is
that
what
rich
color?
cranberry, that beautiful cranberry red.
Oh, yeah.
If you know Bohemian glass,
Right.
that's the way it looks. It's also one of those stained glass colors, but
Mm-hmm.
Bohemian glass with a light behind it, that's what that looks like.
Wow.
It makes me want to, I think we should have a glass of Cabernet after this
Oh.
is done. What you say?
I'll be right over.
All right. But I love this color, and this was my grandmother's favorite color in the reds. She had these that bloomed the one time, not this variety, but the one she gave me was a nice bright yellow one. So I tend to gravitate toward the yellow one because she had given me one called Hyperion. It bloomed one time, but it always reminded me of her. So it's in that same color range as this one right here, which is Serena Sunburst, with the beautiful ruffled edges. And you can imagine what this looks like when the afternoon light hits it.
Yeah.
It is just literally will just come alive for you. Really beautiful.
And then
But
there's
all
still
3
the
different-
unusual revelations.
Yes, unusual revelations. It's like it's going to slow to revolve around here, but that's the way they all look together. It has a beautiful picoteed edge to it, and also the purple edge and the purple eye. So this is one of those daylilies. So the closer you get to it, the better it looks. There are not many things on God's green earth that you can say that about.
Right. Right.
Yes.
Well, I just
But
want
I
to
love this.
I want to update everybody. 3 pieces, so you're going to get all 3 of those colors we just showed you. And again, really large flowers. But the part that I just really appreciate is the fact that it's reblooming all summer long. And the greenery, the grassy part of it, stays looking fresh and not looking like it was all wilted. And that's one of the beauties of those. They're really special. You get all 3
Yes.
for a sale price. Save yourself $6 or save yourself $4, excuse me, and get them while you can at the sale price and not at the QVC price. I want to quickly remind you, one thing we did